Good morning, good morning. Hello world, happy Monday. My name is Pete Obsolete. Welcome to another Paint with Pete art session. Today is Monday, so today is Doodle Day. We're going to take 2 minutes, it's just gone 10. We're going to take 2 minutes just to get our kit ready. I've got some paper on my wall behind me. I've got my pens and pencils ready. Behind the ear, as always. I've got some black markers, a pencil and some paper. That is all my kit for today. It's the 1st of February, so happy February everyone. I'm going to start putting some love into the artwork, so we'll go through what we're going to do today. Again, I'm just taking 2 minutes for me to get set up as well as you guys. So yeah, another couple of minutes and we'll start our Doodle Day. Alright, give me a shout out. I am Pete Obsolete and Obsolete Formats MCR on Facebook, Pete Obsolete and Obsolete Formats on Instagram. I am Snob Ross on Twitter, and I am Obsolete Formats on YouTube. If you've missed any of the previous sessions, please have a look at the Obsolete Formats MCR page on Facebook. Everything's there. If you have missed anything and you want to watch it on YouTube, everything's also on my YouTube channel. So please have a look at that. Again, these are an hour of doodling, of drawing, of just being creative. All right, I know a lot of people have kind of reservations about getting into art, and certainly a lot of the art world is kind of dictated by incredibly accurate fine art, portraiture, shading and all this sort of thing. They're all amazing skill sets to have. You know, I'm classically trained, but I like putting a bit of doodling in. So I like just kind of letting go a little bit, leaving those kind of ideas at the door and just drawing. All right. So if you are like me, if you want to draw, please, you are more than welcome. And please tell a friend. Please give us a shout, give us a like and share, whatever you want. All right. Just gonna get this stuff set up. So I'm gonna be playing some hip hop instrumentals as usual. Nice little vibe music just to keep us going. Nice little bounce. Keep our hands drawing. Just 2 seconds. Okay, low. Bonjour. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to play some tunes as well. Let's have a little drum roll. Why not, to start things off? Good morning. Hello. Good morning to everyone on the page. Everyone watching. Give each other a little shout out. Say good morning to me if you want. Shouts to Manco for the beat. Today's t-shirt is Keith Haring. We are going to be drawing some hearts today. So again, I said at the top of the show, I want to put a bit of love into this month. So the first session is a doodle day. My doodle god is Mr. Keith Haring. So we're going to be drawing hearts today. A very small piece of inspiration, but inspiration nonetheless. Just turn him down a little bit. Shouts to Manco for the beat. So we're going to be doodling some hearts today. I'll leave him over there. So again, pen, pencil and paper and a little bit of imagination. Every Monday we do doodles. The first week we drew our breakfast items and turned them into cartoons. Last week we did Scottish based vegetables for Burns night. Today we're just going to warm up a little bit, get our hands warm, get our heads warm. We're going to doodle some hearts, and then at the end of the session I want to create one doodle heart, kind of similar to this but our own version of it. So I'm going to do my version of a heart. He could be wearing a hat, he could have a beard, shorts, trainers, give him a name, anything you like. So we're going to draw some doodle hearts. We're going to go through the expressions again. So again, practice of the eyes that we did last week. So just practice the expressions. And again, put those two together so then we can have an emotive heart. I want to continue this and take this piece into a painting. So I'm going to draw a final piece nice and big. And I'm going to put that into tomorrow's session for the colour session, for painting. We might add some text on Wednesday. And again, build it up. I want my final piece to be a kind of Valentine's Day celebration piece. So that's why we're going to do a happy heart. I've already named him, even though I don't know what he's going to look like. So I can picture the kind of end result. It's called Happy Heart. So that's what I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw a happy heart. However, let's get drawing. pencil or pen, whichever you've got. And what we're going to do first is just some simple heart shapes. Some people struggle with drawing hearts. It can be very, very simple. You can do it 2 lines or 1 line. We're just going to go through them. I'm going to say my good mornings though first. It will be rude not to. Good morning, everybody. Lucy Wilkinson, good morning. Oh, hello. Is that good Monday to you, sir? Or madam? It might be Betsy. Hello. Mrs. Barton, good morning as well. So yeah, let's get going. We're going to start doodling. So, got my little box of pens. Again, all I'm using is my black markers today. So, I've got 4 pages and a big piece up. First page will just be our doodle practice. So again, I'll go through the 2 ways that I would draw a heart, and I'm going to fill the whole page, literally, to the edges with hearts. Just loads and loads of hearts. If you want to choose a red or a blue or something different, that's fine. I'm going to use black so everybody can see it. I'm going to put my pencil down. So again, let's warm our hands up. If you know Wing Chun, this is a Wing Chun move, but it's also really good for warming your hands up. So hold your hands out flat like this. Hold them up and push them around. Go outside in. Do it a couple of times. There you go, a little push. It's actually a push in Wing Chun. There we are. And then stretch and squeeze. Really good for a Monday morning, just to get the blood in your arms. You feel the blood fill your hands up. Nice and loose. Okay, so normally I would draw a heart like this. Okay, again, doesn't matter if it's not symmetrical or anything. I'll do that again. 1, 2. Normally, one side will be slightly bigger than the other. That's fine. I kind of like the asymmetry of it. One more time. Oh no, sorry. A really easy way of thinking about it is breaking your lines down. So think of it as 2 question marks back to back. So again, if you drew a question mark, and we draw a back to front question mark. There we are. Nice and easy. The other way of doing it is single line. So I actually change it. So I sometimes start at the point here or at the bottom there. So again, or if you want to start at the top. It's a little bit weird going backwards. So I'm right-handed, so I tend to go this way. It's comfier to do this way. So coming back is a little bit awkward. Practice makes perfect every time. So again, we'll do a couple of those. A few different ways of doing it. Or we go back to our little question mark. You can extend that question mark out if you want, so you can go like that. And again, just follow it. There we are. Quickest way is 1 line personally, but again, if you choose a way of doing it in practice, both ways will come a lot easier. I'm now just going to fill that whole page with hearts, right? So I might not talk for a minute. I'm just going to go through different sizes. I'm going to go over the lines just to break my own line, and also kind of give me that confidence of like approaching a white bit of paper. Very simple. Loads and loads of hearts, please. A couple of different ways of doing them. There we are. Let's do a big one using that line that we missed. Nice big ones as well. Get some confident lines in there. Big one. Okay. Again, just fill that white sheet up. We want to see loads of really nice thick black lines all over it in heart shapes. getting there. There's still some space that I want to edit and put a heart in, or a couple. Again, practicing really small and then practicing really big will always help as well. Yes, Mr. Ben Wells, how are we doing, brother? Thank you for my Christmas card, mate. Beautiful work. Get loads of hearts as well. Send me a heart if you want to just comment with a heart. Amazing work. Okay, so there are some places where the hearts look too uniform, like they're just underneath each other. I can see that here. So again, another couple of lines in, we'll just break that up. Do different angles. Upside down hearts maybe, who knows? There we are. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just sitting back and trying to look at the balance between the black line and the white paper. There's this big line here, which I don't really like coming through. Again, always worth taking a bit of time to step back and have a look at it. Even if it's doodles, I want you guys to think of it as an actual piece in the end. Like, so every bit of work is something building towards something. Much like the first doodles and last week's doodles, we could colour areas of those in, or we could get a red pen and do some red hearts over it. I'm tempted to do some red hearts over it, but I think it's probably best if we just leave that. And again, if you've got any doubt, take your time, take a step back, have a look, review. Work out what you like, what you don't like, and move forward with it. Okie dokie. Yeah, thanks for the hearts, Lisa. Amazing. Okay, so our next page, that's just our doodles done. As simple as that. So we've got a nice doodle page of hearts. Again, if you want to take a photo, send it to me. Please do. I want I've got an audience folder on my Facebook page. There's just audience artwork. So if you send it me, it'll go in there. You can have a look at it. And obviously there's a documentary of what you guys have done as well. The next thing I want to do is go down the eyes route. We are going to create a character in the end, as we will probably do every single Monday. I was thinking I might go a little bit abstract and just kind of do loose kind of human forms and stuff. So again, that's a little bit too kind of fine arty. I'm super keen for these sessions to just reflect the everyman artist, right? If you've never picked a pen up before, you are in exactly the right place. If you haven't, welcome, hello. Shouts to Ben. He's definitely picked pens up before. So the next thing we're going to do is character eyes. So again, we've got our heart shape in our heads. We've just drawn hundreds of them, probably. So we're going to do some happy and surprised and some cartoon eyes that we can then potentially put into a heart and create another character, right? I've already come up with my name for my piece. It's called Happy Heart. Most of the time, I will name the piece afterwards, because I know that I want to paint something to do with heart and love and Valentine's Day and all that, and celebrate love and humanity. I'm going to give myself a title now to then draw to, almost like a brief. All right. I don't really like doing this way. I prefer the freestyle and then come up with a name. This way round is a little bit of a different working process for me, so I'm looking forward to getting involved. Let's do some eyes. So again, it's probably easiest to go down the circle route. You will have seen circular eyes drawn in things like The Simpsons, Family Guy, Rick and Morty. We drew Pickle Rick last week. So having these kind of really simple shapes to go from is really, really good. Can you see those circles? No. I'm going to just draw the circles a little bit darker. So again, rough circles because it's a pencil line. I'll just show you what I've done just in case you can't see them. You can, good. I've just drawn 4 sets of eyes. We did 8 last week. Because we're looking at hearts, I want positive eyes. So we're going to avoid like evil or cunning or anything. Because we want our happy heart. So we're going to do happy, surprised, we could do amorous. We could even do eyes with hearts in. Obviously, we all use emojis. They are, you know, emoji cons, I think they're called. So they're kind of, I don't know. Someone let me know. So they are kind of shorthand versions of like of icons that you can put in your text messages. I've realised I'm explaining what emojis are. I do apologise. Emojis are perfect for eyes. They have loads and loads of different expressions. You could draw all of those, all right? So we could do, you know, like a smiley face with hearts in the eyes. Easy and good practice for everybody. So we've got our 8 eyes. Again, simply by changing where your cheeks are and where your eyebrows sit on your eyes can dictate the emotion. So if you're happy, forgive the weird faces, I've got a weird face. If you smile, your cheeks will push up into your eyes and then your eyebrows will raise slightly. If you're excited or surprised, you will have wide eyes and big pupils. If you are, say, like the emojis, if you're in love, we could do hearts in them, for example. So let's draw 4 different sets of eyes that we can then allocate to a character. So, just circles at the moment. I'm going to do the first ones as happy, so I'm going to write happy here. We'll do surprised. Let's do kind of amorous. So kind of like, yeah, like in love. We'll do in love. I'll just write in love. And then we'll do heart eyes, using our heart practice, alright? Okay, so for happy, again use a mirror, take a selfie, use your own photo, smile, and your cheeks will push it into your eyes and your eyes open. So, we got this. There we go. Two seconds. Okay. Alright eyes, yep, okay Sam. The next one's surprise, so again, we're going super raised eyebrows, super open eyes, alright? Ooh, there we go. So again, slightly lower cheeks and super open. Kind of like the happy eyes. I might do them a little bit more happy. There we go. Put some extra light on. So shocked again, your eyebrows will be different, so they'll be slightly wider. Slightly different eyes than I'd normally draw, forgive me. So in love, again we're going to go softer eyes, a little bit kind of not tired but kind of a lot more relaxed. So yeah. So the cheeks coming in just from the sides and the eyebrows coming in. The other really good art movement is a manga for eyes, so really big, like kind of watery eyes. If you're in love, again, that kind of amorous, I'm just going to put some lights in them like you're almost welling up a little bit, okay? So. Again, simply by, without the mouth being there, it can look a little bit scary sometimes, or like, you know, fearful or scared. Again, simply by adding a smile will change that, and those little details that we talk about in the portrait sessions. So again, adding these little like detail lines and creases in the face to dictate the expression, that will come into it as well. I'm going to try and make him less scared. He looks a little bit scared. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, let's we'll move on to the heart eyes, okay? So again, similar to the In Love, but just with big hearts. So practice those little hearts and put them into the eyes, all right? So again, slightly less scared. We'll go a little bit lower like this, a bit more sympathetic. Fill those eyes in. Big hearts that are bigger than the pupils. And again, maybe just some like magic, so a little sparkle of something. Okay, they don't look like eyes. Again, this kind of surprised element. Just with a bit of radiant lines in there. When I say radiant lines, I mean like light emitting lines. Yeah. So we've got happy, or kind of ecstatic, surprised, in love, so a little bit watery. We could put maybe a little shimmer just under the eyes. Just a little bit of kind of tears because it's really emotional. And then again, just heart eyes, so that kind of emoji referencing where we just put eyes or hearts directly in the eyes. There we are. Okay, there is something happening with this. I keep looking back at it and I'm wanting to do something, so I'm probably going to grab a red, and because I'm red, white and black, and do some hearts. Maybe just one heart. I might just do one red heart in the middle. Let's have a look. Let's get my Sharpie out. Hopefully it works. So again, rough guessing where the centre of the page is. And that my Sharpie's run out. Let's get another pen. Just looking for my red. Very good. Yeah, Winsor & Newton brush markers are absolutely incredible. This red is beautiful. So I'm going to use the wedge end and just do like a more slightly cursive heart. Red is amazing. Forgive the squeak. Go. Again, just a little edit. Okie dokie. So again, all we've done is doodle some hearts. Left that to dry, seeing what it's like. We've drawn some eyes, some kind of emotive eyes. So we've got kind of happy, kind of surprised, scared, terrified, or in love, one of the two, and our heart eyes as well. If you wanted to add a little bit of colour, just to give them a little something, something, we can do. Again, if you haven't got all the colours in the world, or the colours that you want, we can bank these ideas for when you do have them. All right, when we can go to the shops and get some pens and paint or whatever you want. For now, we're just kind of doodling. I'm just adding a bit of red, just so they look less scared, basically. Okay, 5 minutes till brew time. The one thing that I do want to make sure is that by the end of the session we've got a kind of heart doing something. So for the next 5 minutes I'm going to draw some hearts and maybe some arms and legs as well. So if you want to draw with me, please do. I'm going to kind of do very simple cartoon hands and legs and feet, kind of like Mickey Mouse, but yeah, a lot more kind of freestyle, a lot more my style. So very simple. I'm going to pencil them in first, just to make sure. I'm just going to do a thumbs up, maybe a wave. That's all we kind of really need. Just move this guy. Okay. Just sketching up a hand. That looks a bit weird. Turn him over. Not very good hand that. Oh, we'll just ink it. Screw it. Just rub it out. I'm just going to pen it. What am I waiting for here? Okay, so with hands. Get a pen that works. So just a thumbs up. Again, you can look at your own hand and kind of draw it. So we kind of go up, big fat thumb. Nah. I've drawn hands in absolutely ages. Little thumbs up, there we are. And then a wave, let's do a wave. That's that's terrible. That looks like Feathers McGraw. Anyway. So, sorry, let's do a wave. Very simple wave in hand. I'm not looking for Disney quality illustrations here. It really doesn't matter. Just practice for me. And again, maybe a little bit more studying of my own hand will help. So I kind of want a thumbs up from the heart, so I'm just going to draw my hand really quick. We've got 2.5 minutes till brew time. If you want to get a brew time early, please do halfway through the Paint with Pete's. If you want to grab a cup of tea or a coffee, grab some fresh air, some water and some fruit, now is your time. I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes just trying to get my hand right, so just making sure that my thumbs up, because I want my heart walking with a thumbs up. Alright, we'll go through legs and trainers as well in a bit. Okay, let's get some tunes on with water. Oh, morning Seymours. What's up, D? How you doing, Dylan? Okay, so okay. Literally just using my hand and drawing around, drawing what I can see. We'll only give him 3 fingers, so it's more cartoon. Okay, and then we'll do, let's try a foot, a leg as well. Give him a little kneecap, and trainers. Okay. Just going to ink in my my thumb, my thumbs up, and my foot. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, if you want to add glove details and stuff, can do. He's again, this is all practice, honestly. Nothing better than just trying and laughing at your results more than anything. Doesn't like a sock though, does it? Some Converse and a kind of glove. I'm going to do 3 different little ones. How long we got? We got another 3 minutes until the end of brew time. At 20, well, after brew time, I want to start getting my final piece drawn up. So I'm going to practice, you know, do the heart. Obviously, I'll show you every step of it. I'm just basically just getting my hand and my head used to drawing something that I'm not used to drawing, which is a kind of a cartoon gloved hand. Okay. Like this guy. If I don't like it, I'll tick it or put a star next to it, but the foot's alright. Kind of cuts in. Thumb's too big. Better ratio that. He's getting there. Yep. Alright, let's do another one. Again, just practicing. Sit back, have a look. Thumb's too big again. So I keep doing my thumb a little bit too big. In my final drawing, I will pencil everything first and then obviously ink it in. I want a kind of solid drawing at the end of it, like a doodle, that I can then colour in and paint or add to if I wanted to. All right, that's the goal. If you're joining me now, I am just drawing some terribly bad drawn hands. That's exactly what this session's for. It's all about drawing, experimenting with your drawings, and being able to be okay with mistakes being made, because then everything is learning, and we can obviously take the bits that we like, discard the bits that we don't, and capitalise and move forward with our pieces. All right. Stop. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. That's good. Strong angle. Further away. Yeah. It's a bit better for the ratio of the distance between my thumb and the bend in my finger. Okay, couple more practice. Good. Yep. Okay, again, just another doodle sheet. We can use that as a background for any work if we wanted to. Nothing is ever wasted in art. You can always paint over it, go back to it as well. Okay, so we've done our thumb practices. That first one was awful, even with my pencil line. What I found was that if I just went straight in with my pen, I felt a lot more confident, and the shape actually came out a lot quicker as well. Practice with a pencil always helps, but again, once you get to the point where you're trusting your pen a lot more, you're moving a bit more fluid. Perfect. Right, just before I start my final doodle drawing, I do want to say the Paint with Pete stickers are back in. Alright. So if anyone wants any Paint with Pete stickers, you know, please send me your address. I've got a load of stamps. I will send you 3 of these, and you can colour these in whatever you like, whatever colour you want. If you just want one for the Mac or whatever, amazing. But another little art therapy session thing in lockdown is colouring in. So if you got these and you wanted to colour them in, please do. Send me your addresses. I'll send them out to you. Lovely stuff. Perfect for the fridge. I've got some on my filing cabinet and all that sort of stuff as well. I will also say that my sale is still on houseobsolete.bigcartel.com. Links in all the socials. There's a big 25% off sale. So if anyone wants anything from me, any of the work I've produced over the past year, please give me a shout. Everything's on there. Please stay safe at the checkout and you'll get your 25% off. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to move these guys. Keep him near me. Move this guy. Okay, just setting my page up. So again, I want a heart with his thumbs up, maybe doing a little walk like this as well. So this is our inspiration for today. The man himself, Keith Haring. I'm repping the Keith Haring Tokyo pop-up shop t-shirt today. Have a look at Uniqlo for their Keith Haring collab. Some absolute deals on there. But this is our basis or our inspiration for today. It's not going to look exactly the same as this by any stretch because we're doing it. I'm doing it. I'm different from Keith. So we're just going to draw a heart with his thumb up and waving. Alright, try and do him walking as well. And again, the idea for this piece is that we take it forward into a painting at the end. We'll see how that happens and we'll see what happens with the painting. But first off, let's get our happy heart going. Alright, so he's a happy heart. So again, rough guess where the middle is. Again, a couple of light pencil lines just to get the shape in. I kind of want him a little bit bigger this side because I want him a slight perspective on him. So a bit of direction of where he's going. So he's going this way. Again, he's going to be a happy guy. So let's draw some happy eyes in. He's going to be walking as well. Okay, so he needs an arm. And we're going to do him the thumbs up. So there's our rough heart, I'll show you. What I've done, again, is put the elements of the session together that we've done today. So I've drawn a heart shape. I've drawn some circular eyes for the expression that we want. I've drawn a very simple thumbs up hand and a closed hand. And then 2 legs with trainers on. I'm going to edit the legs a little bit just to get him straight. And so it looks like he's actually walking. That's better. Rubber, always very handy with a pencil, but not vital. Because again, you can decide what line you want and use the black line to do it. All right, so I want to let's get these eyes bigger. Okay. A little bit fatter. He might look a little bit like Towley. That's fine. South Park, again, perfect example of how eyes can really show you the emotions. I've moved that hand down just because I've moved the heart to a slightly different shape from the start. That's okay. That's better. Okay, so he's a little running, a running happy heart. There's brother. This, if you can't see, I'll show you again in a sec. Sorry, guys. Okay, he looks a bit manic at the moment, but again, this is just pencil line. So yeah, so there's our kind of initial start for Happy Heart. Just so you can see what I'm up to. Just gonna put that in. Big old thumb. Okay, cool. Little running guy. Okay. So again, my intention is a happy heart. What happens in here is different from what happens out of here. I kind of let my right hand kind of go his own way, do his own thing. Certainly when drawing. So I can try and put something happy in, and sometimes it might come off, it might come across a little bit darker. Much like last Thursday's portrait session, where we drew Jim Carrey from two different images. It looked a little bit like Jim Carrey, but a little bit more darker, a little bit more obsolete, if you will. So I called him Grim Carrey. All right, so just switching a name will kind of cover that, those little, not necessarily mistakes, but the alternative version of what you're drawing. Okay, so I'm going to start with my eyes, and I'll do the outline of the heart as well. That's fine, legs are there, smiles in, that's all that's important. Okay, cool, so, let's go. Okay, eyebrows. Okay, so I'm just going to give him like a bulbous nose. I'm going to do a smile first though. Little tongue detail, just some dots for your taste buds. There's your smile. He's definitely happy, or he looks happy. Let's add the heart, body, and then we'll add legs and arms as well. So I'm going to choose this slightly smaller line here. One side of the heart. The other side of the heart. Maybe should have gone a little bit wider. That's okay. He still looks happy. Okay, so I'm going to start on, we'll do his right arm first. There's his right arm. Then we do a left arm with a thumbs up. He's kind of pushing it towards us a little bit, so it'll be a lot shorter than this. Good. And his legs, so again I want him in shorts, so I'm going to draw short. We'll just draw his legs, we'll worry about clothing later. Okay, there's our heart running. His legs aren't in the right place. His arm's a little bit out, that's fine. I would balance that up like this. Okay, I'm going to move his legs. I might do, let's have a look. Have we got time? We've got time. I'm going to really quickly just try and draw. Let's have a look at that. It's not far off. But I think we could do slightly more accurate. So I'm going to try and do a speed drawing of the same ilk. Let's have a look. Again, practice makes perfect. The more, if you do one thing and then just put it away, oh, I could or couldn't have, I did or didn't do that, fine. If you come back to it and practice it, every time you do a version of it, it will look better, right? So let's try do one more. I'm not scared to admit that I'm not overjoyed with the other one. There are a couple of ways around that, and I'm tempted just to paint everything else black and leave that, but I want to just try and draw another one, just because again, practice makes perfect. Specifically what these sessions are about is not the kind of super clean, super neat final project. This is all about the working processes and being okay with having a sketchbook or kind of, you know, a documentary of the work that we're producing in the Paint with Pete sessions. It's about breaking the page, being okay with making mistakes, and being able to just go, okay, I didn't like it, let's move on, and not kind of sitting with that doubt or that kind of negative idea, right? So, super quick heart running. Okay, where are we going? We'll go here. I'm just going down the same, exact same steps that we did for our previous heart. Okay, I'm just doing it super quick. I just want to make sure those legs are lined up, right, and they look like they're running properly, right. There's my sketch, super quick. There we go. Again, second version of our face. Still got about 5 to 6, 7 minutes left of the show. And next thing is the heart itself. So, from the outside arms. I'm immediately more happy with this. Again, simply because I've practiced, it forms itself a lot easier and looks a little bit cleaner and a little bit more logical. Okay, so legs. A lot better. Looks a lot more like he's running. It gives a lot more perspective and a lot more kind of dynamism in him. He's showing a direction. He's showing you what he's doing. Okay. What else should we do? Give us mirrors. Okay. Very, very simple, but also very effective. Again, compared to the previous heart, it's a whole different character. So this was our first one, and this is our final. I'm a lot more happy with our happy heart, like this. And again, as I said at the start, the idea that we're building up to painting it as a piece, even if we painted everything over the top, underneath all those layers is a happy heart. So even as a metaphor, there is still happiness underneath all those layers. It's one of the kind of metaphors for my work, actually, where, you know, I might, for example, if you take one of my skull pieces, the connotations of a skull is death and kind of decay and grief and darkness. A skull in tarot is rebirth. So if you get a skull or the death card in tarot, it's the idea of rebirth. Most of my paintings will have a message underneath everything. So the first thing that I put on the canvas will be something, a positive message for myself, for the work, whatever. So even if I'm putting a skull over the top of that, underneath it is this kind of positivity, right? They are secret layers. You probably won't see them in the canvases. Some of them you will. But again, it's that kind of, it's a mentality, an approach to the artwork where I believe if you put something happy down, if you draw something smiley or positive, that is such a really good place to start and build from. And obviously you feel better, slightly better about it. Art is all about emotion. I'm not saying that you have to be happy all the time in art. You know, some of the times that reflective and sad times can be a really, really good fuel for saying something, writing a poem or painting. Again, I started very dark with my artwork, all black, white and red, very kind of horrorgraphic. I realised as soon as I started putting colour into it, even if they were still in the horror bracket, skulls, you know, kind of demons and stuff and all that, it really changed the game. It made the artwork speak a lot more, and obviously it made me happier because I was getting to use loads of colours. Very simple. Talking of colour, colour is tomorrow's session. Excuse me. So again, if you have got some colours, please get them out, get them ready. If you've got some pens, even if it's just a kind of, like a Sharpie pack or just some felt tips or anything. Even if it's just a blue biro instead of a black biro. Tomorrow is colour day. I will be adding to our heart. I love painting. I really fell in love with it again last week. We created a piece for the galleries. I would show you, but they're packaged up and ready to send out. If you wanted to have a look at them, please have a look at houseobsolete.bigcartel.com. So I want to paint this piece. So we are going to go down a little bit of colour theory. Again, always wanted to bring a bit of a kind of actual theory in, like the colour wheels up there. But I'm going to add some layers to my pieces. Paint something, maybe paint something on our heart piece as well. And obviously we'll play a couple of doodle games in the start as well. Lovely stuff. Let's just tidy this up. There we go. Just some weird hands. So today, again, we always start the week off with some doodles, nice and easy, just to get everyone in the art mindset. Please join me every weekday, Monday to Friday. Certainly for the foreseeable, for the foreseeable future. Certainly until furlough is relieved. All right. There are a couple of collabs coming out with the Paint with Pete's. So please keep one eye up on my pages. That will be announced probably this week. Actually, it's something for Valentine's Day. So if you're looking for some creativity to do on Valentine's Day, please keep one eye on Obsolete Formats and Pete Obsolete. So today, our doodle practice was hearts. Again, we're in February. I want to be pushing a lot more love into the work, certainly in the month of love and Valentine's Day. We just drew a couple of simple hearts and filled our whole page. I decided to put a red one in just to ground it. That was fine. So that was our little doodle practice. So we had our hearts tick. We then went down our eye route as well. So we did happy, surprised, in love, and heart eyes like the emoji. Again, just kind of dictating different emotions. Where your cheeks and your eyebrows sit will make it look happier or sadder, or whatever emotion you're trying to convey. There's the eyes. We then drew some hands. I kind of wanted to do like a thumbs up. So it took a bit of time just practicing, went from very dodgy kind of throwaway drawings to a bit more kind of practicing the depth. Even though they're cartoons, we wanted to have the ratio right, so that was again just good practice. Look at your hands, how they are, how they fold, where they're folding. Again, cartoons like Mickey Mouse, Simpsons, The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Rick and Morty are perfect examples of hands and eyes in cartoon. We then put all of those together to create a not very satisfying running heart. His legs were a bit out, his eyes were a bit strange. He looked a bit sadder than being happy, but I didn't let that stop me drawing, so I finished the piece as much as I could, had a look at it, and then redrew it to a much kind of more accurate result, I think, personally. I hope you like, and again, please get drawing some of your work if you want to. I absolutely love seeing people's artwork, and I will definitely share it if you send it me. I'll take you sending it me as permission to share it, but I just want to show everybody else, other people of audience members of the Paint with Pete, and everybody else what we're doing in these sessions, because all we're doing, if you're Tony Hart or terrible at art, you are more than welcome. Alright, it's just about picking a pen up and doodling. I'm going to obviously start bringing some more kind of arty techniques, my stuff in to the paintings and things in a few weeks, but at the moment we're just kind of being creatives and painting together and drawing together. Thank you very much. It is 11:01. We are 1 minute over. Wow, you lucky people. Have a fantastic Monday. Please send me your work. I am Pete Obsolete and Obsolete Formats on most things. Stop on Twitter if you want to give me a shout out. Have a lovely Monday. Happy hearts, everybody. Peace and love.